In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a sunflower granny square as well as a half granny square. Right, so you are going to take your brown yarn and you're going to make a magic circle. And I'm going to go around my finger twice instead of once to make it a little more secure for washing purposes, since this is a clothing item. And then I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to do 12 double crochets. And then once you finish your 12 double crochets, you can go ahead and tighten up the magic circle. And then you're going to go ahead and go into that first stitch, and then you're going to slip stitch and then chain 2. Cut yourself a tail, pull that through, and then pull it nice and tight. Then you're going to take your orange yarn and you're going to do a slip stitch. You're going to pull that nice and tight, but then you're going to loosen up just a little bit. That way when you start, your knot stays in the back. You're going to pull that over so you can crochet over it. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to go over, through, pull up a loop, over, through, pull up a loop. And you're only going to do that twice in the first one because that chain 2 counts as one of them. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to go over, through, pull up a loop, over, through, pull up a loop, over, through, pull up a loop. And you can do that 3 times like that in every one all the way around until you have 12 little poofs. And then you're going to go in the top of that first chain, pull through, slip stitch, and then chain twice to secure. Cut a tail, pull that through, pull it nice and tight to secure it. Now you're going to grab your yellow yarn. You're going to do that same thing with the slip stitch. Give yourself some room so that knot stays in the back. Pull that over to crochet over it. And this time you're going to chain 3. And then you're going to act like you're doing a double crochet, but you're only going to go through once and you're going to leave it. So you're going to go over, under, pull through, and then pull that through, but not all the way. And you're going to go all the way through, and you're going to chain 2. Now in every other loop, you're going to do 4 of those pretend double crochets. In the first one, just like previous section, you're only going to do 3 because the first chain counts as one of them. And then between each one, you're going to chain twice. And then at the end, after you chain your last 2, you're going to go in that top one just like before. You're going to pull up a loop and you're going to slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 2 to secure it. Cut a tail. Pull that through and pull it nice and tight. So you're going to take your white yarn, you're going to do the slip stitch like we've been doing, making sure that knot stays in the back and crocheting over the extra string. Then you're going to chain 3, which is going to act as one of the double crochets, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets. Chain 2. And then do 3 more double crochets into that same spot. And that is going to be your first corner of your granny square. Just pulling out one of my hairs from the project. And then in the next 2 spots, you're going to do 3 double crochets, and there's going to be 2 spots between every corner. Now you're going to go on to the next corner. You're going to do 3 double crochets into the same spot. Then you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to do 3 more double crochets into that same spot. And then when you come to the end, in that set of 3 chains that you did at the beginning to count as 1 double crochet, you're going to go in that top chain. You're going to pull through and slip stitch, and then you're going to chain. And if you just wanted to do one row of the color around, you could stop there, chain 2, cut your tail, pull it tight. If you want to do another row, then you would just continue as usual, and I will show you how to do that now. So you're going to do your 3 chains to count as 1 double crochet. You're going to turn your work, you're going to go into that space, and you're going to do 2 double crochets. Then 3 double crochets into the next set. And you're going to do 3 double crochets in every spot, and then in the corner you're going to do 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets, and you're going to continue that all the way around. And then once you get done with your last corner, you can go into that first set of 3 chains, which is a double crochet, slip stitch, and chain 2, cut your tail and pull it tight. Or again, you can keep going if you want it to have more rounds on the edge. Now we're going to move on to the half flower. You're going to take the middle color, you're going to do a magic circle. And then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do 6 double crochets. And your chain 2 is going to count as one of them, so it's technically going to be 7 spots you're going to be working in. And then since it's a half circle, you're not going to be closing it together, you're just going to be pulling it tight. And then chaining 2 to secure it. Cutting your tail and then pulling it nice and tight. And then you're going to take your next color. You're going to go into that top loop of the chain 2. And with this next color, you're going to chain 3 And you're going to go into the top of the first technical loop, and you're going to do a puff stitch, so you're going to pull this through just 3 times. And then you're going to chain 1 between each one, just like in the previous flower. And then you're going to chain 1 at the end, and your very last space you're just going to do 1 double crochet to count as the 2 chains you did at the beginning. And you're going to chain 2, cut your tail, and pull it nice and tight to secure it. You're going to take your next color, you're going to go into that first working space, and then you're going to chain 4. And then you're going to do 4 of those faux double crochets as before. You're going to pull that through all of them, and then you're going to chain 2 as you did previously, and then you're going to keep working those 4 faux double crochets all the way around. And then when you come to the last space, you're going to do the 4 faux double crochets. And then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do a double crochet, just 1 double crochet, and then you're going to chain 2, cut a tail, and pull it nice and tight to secure it. And for the outer color, you're going to put it in that first working section, and then you're going to chain 4. And then you're going to do 3 double crochets in that same space. And then just like with the previous flower, in the next 2 spaces, you're going to do 3 double crochets. And then in the third space, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then do 3 more double crochets in that same space. And then in the next 2 spaces, you're going to do 3 double crochets. And in the very last spot, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then do a double crochet. And then you're going to chain 2, cut a tail, and then pull it nice and tight to secure it. And then if you want more than 1 row on the outside, you would just continue. By chaining 4 as before. You'll turn your work, and then you'll do 3 double crochets into that first spot. And then 3 double crochets in every spot all the way up to the corner. And then once you get to the corner, you'll do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into the same spot, and then you'll continue to the end. And then at the end, you'll do 3 double crochets, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the same spot, and then from there you'll just chain 2, cut a tail, and pull it nice and tight to secure it. Or you could turn your work again and keep going if you would like a thicker edge. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. If you'd like to ask them in a more private setting, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'll have that linked in the description box. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!